Bonjour de Paris. Good afternoon from Paris. What a delight to be with you in this event that gathers women leaders in science and social innovation, an area for which UNESCO has not only a passion, but also a vocation. Thank you, Gabriela, Ivan, and team, for this joy. This event is very timely because this strange pandemic that has been ravaging our lives has demonstrated once again the crucial role of women, young or not, in science. The women in the research led many key discoveries in the fight against the pandemic, from understanding the virus and controlling its spread to developing diagnosis, tests, vaccines. At the same time, however, there is growing evidence that the pandemic has affected women, including women scientists, more deeply than men, from the perspective of the unbalanced distribution of social, domestic, and family responsibilities. Gender stereotypes and gender inequalities continue to prevent many girls and women around the world from starting and remaining in science careers. Here at UNESCO, we are all aware that we must step up our efforts to close these gender gaps in science and to focus on the norms and stereotypes that limit the careers of young researchers. The priority becomes even more acute when we consider the underrepresentation of women in areas essential for the future, such as the renewable energy or the digital economy, because only 3% of higher education women students choose information technology as their specialty. We need science, and science needs women. It's not just about making a commitment to equal rights. It is also a step towards making science more open, more inclusive, more diverse, and more effective. Women scientists are a source of inspiration to young ladies around the world eager to enter the fascinating world of science. That is why I think it is our duty to support them, to build a more predictable, fair and equal future for them. And from this perspective, let me mention that the UNESCO Science Report will be released this month as it tracks trends and developments in science governance worldwide every 5 years. This forthcoming edition, entitled The Race Against Time for Smarter Development, will have a dual focus on the Sustainable Development Goals and on the Fourth Industrial Revolution. It shows, among many other relevant things, that only 33% of the world's researchers are women, despite the fact that they represent 45 and 55% of students at undergraduate and master's levels, respectively, and 44% of those enrolled in PhD programs. UNESCO Director General Audrey Azoulay is a champion of this cause and always reminds that today, in the 21st century, women and girls are marginalized in science-related fields because of their gender. And she also always says that women need to know that they have a place in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and that they have the right to participate in scientific progress. Therefore, starting from the premise that any difficulty must be considered primarily an opportunity, I think it is the right time for you to participate more united and more actively in identifying solutions to all the challenges you and we face. So, feel free to explore, to dream, to discover, to innovate. Feel free to feel fearless and to count your blessings. Besides, above all, feel free to act, to take the initiative, to be dynamic, creative, and responsible leaders, not of tomorrow, but of today. Because, as computer scientist Alan Kay said, the best way to predict the future is to invent it.